out there to make up your own mind. And my mind is that, again, if things really get ugly, I don't want to be around.
For listeners globally, you have to remember also to listen to Gerald's warning there, because the United States and many countries run entirely on just-in-time foodstuffs and food stores. So if there's a disruption there just won't be the food available, and that's highly likely. But as Gerald says, at least have a reasonable amount of food there so you can get by. You also talked, Gerald, about anti-immigration stances being a trend going forward, because as you have these bad economic conditions, right, people used to welcome the immigrants. Now it's get out. Right?
That's right. When economic times are high, immigrants, legal or illegal, are usually tolerated. And they give them jobs that the people don't want to feel, the native population may feel are beneath them. So they'll hire them to do those kind of jobs. Well, when times get tough, maybe Eric mowing somebody's lawn or cleaning a pool or whatever, it might be a better job than climbing in between shelves to stock them at 2 a.m. in the morning in Walmarts and getting paid minimum wage. Maybe that other job looks a little better. So as jobs get scarcer, immigrants are going to be less and less welcome, as well as the H-1B visa immigrants that groups such as Microsoft and the National Association of Manufacturers has been promoting, that are taking even moderately good-paying jobs, I should say, of engineers and others, and throwing them out of work to bring in cheaper labor. So the immigration barriers are going to go up, and that will be one of the planks, we believe, on the of the new third party forming in 2012. And also, this immigration issue is the same issue worldwide. Every developed nation, the signs are going up, not welcome here.
You also mentioned too big, or TB, as a tremendous problem in America and stated, quote, "In fact, we forecast a massed revulsion for too big, or TB, in all its manifestations. Obesity is only the most obvious. Everything in America is TB, not just the waistlines, giant sodas, supersized fries, and 10-gallon cartons of popcorn, houses, cars, debt loads, deficits, state budgets, the states themselves, foreign aid, military budgets, bureaucracies, local, state, federal, and too big to fail businesses. They're all too big. Apart from government action, the shape-up trend will provide a wide array of business opportunities," end quote. Gerald, I noticed you talked about excluding government. You don't expect them to shape up. But can you just address this whole TB and government that they won't be trimming down?
As we wrote, we're too big in every area. Shape Up America is going to be a big slogan in the future in its many different ways. The people that understand it and get on board early are going to find great profit opportunities. We're going to be downsizing in every possible way. And they talk about health care. You could spend all the money you want on health care. You're not going to solve the problem if you have 43% of the people obese, as the numbers are showing that America is going to be in the next few years. And this structure isn't built to handle this. Bones are only so big and so strong. So we're going to have to see a great reversal take place. And on the area of government, the government they just keep getting bigger by when you see what they're doing. They keep taxing the people to keep this game afloat. But even that's going to start failing. Tax revolts are happening. The Tea Parties are forming. Too big in every way is going to be the most unpopular slogan, that you're too big. Songs, slogans, you name it, too big is going to be something to be made fun of. And that's not to say that people don't have serious health problems and have difficulty in slimming down. But, if you're going to eat a lot of junk food, drink a lot of soda, not exercise, and expect to look for a magic pill to get your way out of this problem, it's the same magic pill that you're looking for that we could call stimulus pill. You can't stimulus your way out of a financial crisis, and you can't take one quick fix pill to get yourself back into shape. It's all tied together. It's about survival. It's about shaping up. It's about preparing for the future in the best way you can, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. It's about looking in the mirror and saying, what have we become? Big box stores. Oh, aren't they beautiful to go in? They have all the architectural delight of walking into a self-storage unit, but they're big.
It's not funny. I'm sorry, Joe. You just caught me off guard there. No, you're right. I mean, the architecture, I love that. Just using the word there, right? Also from your 2010 predictions, the need to overcome the effects of reduced individual buying power will lead to the invention of a new class of product, which will be a major trend of 2010 and into the future. Technology for the poor. Growing with the same speed as the internet revolution, the trend will be recognized, explored, and exploited by legions of skilled but jobless geeks, innovators, and inventors. They will design and launch a new class of products and services affordable by the millions of newly downscaled Western consumers, end quote. I think you're right on the money with this, because as we have this lowering of standards of living in the Western countries, right, this makes sense. Gerald, can you talk about this? I found it fascinating.
Well, sure. Again, current events form future trends. Let's take a trip to India. India, that great economic powerhouse that's emerging. Yeah, with 2/3 of the people living on $2 a day. So what are they doing there? Well, the Indians are very inventive. The engineering skills are very, very talented. They're taking the highest of technology, and what they're doing with it is they're making products for the poor. So they're making little stoves that cost $45. They make little refrigerators that cost $73. But they're using the highest of high tech, very efficient, very smartly built. And that's what we're going to see. Again, it all ties back in to too big. It has to become small. It has to become smart. The technology is there. The wherewithal has not been put in that direction. Remember, we were a country that for generations believed in the mantra of built-in obsolescence to make the product fail so that a new one could be built. Well, those days are gone. And now we have all of these young people that have graduated college with no job and higher education. What are they going to do with their energy and resources? Necessity is the mother of invention. And we believe those resources are going to be put into play, and we're going to see not an internet revolution, a technological revolution that'll be far greater than the internet revolution, even to the points of new alternative energies, far beyond wind, solar, geothermal, or biofuel.
You know, as we have this lowering of the standard of living, which you and I know is coming, Gerald, right? It's in motion now. But some of these things you're mentioning here are going to be actually quite positive in that environment, because people just won't be able to afford the older appliances and things that were $1,000, $2,000, or whatever, right?
As far as we believe, Eric, nobody should cry at the death of what's going on now. Something ugly, immoral, greedy, and corrupt is leaving us, and something great could be born. It's a renaissance as we see it. The opportunity is there.
But it's a very positive renaissance
Exactly.
in a way. I mean, there's a positive way to look at this. You're not just a doom and gloom guy is what I'm saying.
Not at all. There's, again, we see this as a positive development, that the too big to fails are going to fail. The oligarchs are going to lose control. The whole business model, this is what people should really understand. If 10% of the people stop shopping at Walmart, stop buying corporate food, stop going to McDonald's, Burger King, all the corporate big guys, these models would fall apart. They're predicated on growth and expansion. Without growth and expansion, they die. It's a giant has to keep gobbling up more and more to keep alive. Once they can't gobble up big chunks, they go under. So when you look at the Renaissance, what happened? The Renaissance followed the Black Plague. 2/3 of Europe was decimated. The survivors realized that, hey, we're not doing something right. Maybe we should look back to when it was better. And that's what they did, a rebirth, a renaissance. They looked at the work that they were creating, and they would say, alle Romana et alla Antica, in the manner of the Romans and ancients, to describe its quality. And that's what's going to win in the 21st century during the Greatest Depression. Quality. Quality will rise to the top. Enough of this junk. Enough of this stupid, ignorant, bottom line mentality. The bottom line. I'm so sick of it. The bottom line is death, and people should realize it, that you don't live a fruitful life by squeezing every single penny you can